guess I haven't looked after hours.
Yeah,
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. J. Kamal, Arjun Spike, broadcasting coast to coast and around the globe. And today we have a good day on Wall Street to report, but tomorrow may not be. That's
Correct.
And
Netflix.
About the reason why tomorrow may not be good.
Netflix.
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 Netflix. Can we say it a few more times?
I guess I'm gonna go watch my HBO Max tonight. Maybe some Hulu. Might watch some.
Well, after all the money it's costing,
might have to delete Netflix.
Well, you know, it's a lot cheaper to buy a subscription to HBO Plus or one of the others, right?
Yeah, they tend to have better content too. I think Netflix is a lot of filler shows that nobody cares about.
They have a few good ones.
Yeah, no, they'll always be relevant. But
I don't know why I'm flickering so much.
I think it's just it's your backlit. Your backlit.
Yeah.
You look fine. You look great.
It's like Netflix because it has lots of cartoons. It's got the library of cartoons.
Yeah, and they do a lot of documentaries and stuff. But whatever they have
a lot of old TV shows like Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
it's a fun network to have, but you're right. After a while, people get priced out of it, and I think I mean, how many times in the last year have they raised their price on us?
Yeah.
Recently, it's $5. The latest raise. That's significant.
Yeah, and I mean it's a crowded space. It's a crowded space, and
it's become a crowded space.
Yeah, you got Paramount.
I mean, it was pretty much the premier place to go.
Plus, Hulu.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone is streaming and you buy all the streaming, guess what's that? That's just called cable TV. We're just back to where we started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like my stock market behavior. I never left, so I own it all.
And then we forgot about this guy. Amazon. Everyone has Amazon Prime, and they have a good selection of old movies.
Yeah. Then Andrew is asking, "What should I do with my Netflix?" I mean, your subscription or your shares?
I think the first thing you do is cancel your subscription.
That's just going to make the shares go lower.
No, I'm sorry for anyone that lost money on that. That's a bummer.
Yeah. I have 3 out of the 5 fangs. I don't have Facebook and I don't have Netflix.
Wow. Yeah.
But I know I'm going to get hurt on Amazon anyway. And I'm going to get hurt on Google and Apple anyway. All of them will be down tomorrow.
Well, what happened with Disney? Andrew said he bought Disney too today also. What happened with them?
I think it was up. Disney was up.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what happened to GSL after hours, Arjun?
Nah, I mean, it looks like it's just down a few pennies, like 80 cents.
Well, that's more than a few, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it had been on a pretty good run since 23. I mean, there's no news. I don't know what the question is. There's no news if that's what the question is. At least none that I can see. I'm just holding from $23.
Oh, Disney must be down in sympathy because they have the Disney Plus also.
Oh boy.
What else do they own? Disney? They own ESPN, right?
Disney owns and ABC networks.
ABC.
So Bio can't catch a break, man. They keep hammering.
Right.
This is a very, very tough market. We said yesterday, anybody who misses is going to get hammered. Didn't we say that?
Killing us.
I believe we said that. So that's the reason. You get missed. If a miss is going to knock you on your ass. That's for sure.
Right.
Right.
with it all, the last 6 trading days were in the same range on the spiders. We're in this trading range now, very tight, where we made 3 touches of the top and well, really only 1 touch at the bottom. The top being 445, where we closed today. We had 2 other touches in the last 6 days, and 1 touch at a recent bottom at 435. That was yesterday. So we have a 10-point trading range on the spiders over the last 6 days, and it looks like it's like I said, you sell the rips and buy the dips almost on a daily basis, and you'll be doing fine. Just go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out.
Yeah, no, but I already have a job. I don't want to be a day trader.
Well, and every other day trader.
Yeah, I was doing that earlier this year, and now I'm just exhausted.
Well, it is tiring.
It is tiring.
I did well, but like, yeah, there's only so many hours you can put towards this stuff.
Yeah, I notice we're also trading between the 50% retrace and the 61.8% retrace.
Yeah.
Well, coincidentally, or not so coincidentally, whatever. It's just an interesting thing to note. At the end of the day, I said to myself, maybe I was wrong about retesting the lows, but now I'm not so sure that I was wrong.
They call that a fake out in basketball.
I want to be wrong because I'd rather be rich than right. I'd rather it go up to new highs and make a lot of money as opposed to be right and lose money.
Right.
Yeah. Well, save some cash if you have it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to clean up my portfolio on a daily basis. So today, for example,
if Apple and Amazon go on sale, I would buy those.
I mean, I don't know if I did great today, but my maneuvering, but I'll tell you what I did.
Right.
I made a lot of trades. One thing I'm doing is jockeying for position, so to speak. See what I did. I bought more Athesis, kept buying it throughout the day.
Yeah,
I sold whatever MYOV I had. I took profits on Pfizer. I trimmed a little more CRISPR. I trimmed a little more Sava. I have 1/4 the Sava that I had a month ago. Verica I got rid of altogether. I bought a little more CPIC, and let me see my other brokerage account. I don't know. I don't have that handy, but I did a lot of trading today.
Mark is funny.
It all adds up to a lot of nothing, but that's what I did. All right, BTC. Bitcoin, it had a nice candle yesterday and a follow-up candle today. It's looking good. Let's take a look at the chart of the tradable Bitcoin, GBTC, which I own. And it had that engulfing yesterday, and off of that, we ran up another 2.31% today on Bitcoin. So that's pretty good. And we filled this gap in here. There's a million gaps in this chart because of the way Bitcoin trades.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we filled this gap right in there. Easily filled that gap and went closed above it. And now we're looking to take on this formidable looking top at 33.22 on GBTC. And that does look like some tough resistance up there.
I mean, I think you can swing it up to there at the very least.
Yeah, probably.
So you can get 10% is my guess, and then trim a little. Yeah, it's not a bad trading range. And the higher lows, I generally like this chart.
And probably on the bottom end would be this low here, 27.35. That'll complete the trading range for now anyway. For the last, 3 weeks, it's been in this range, 27.29 to 33.22. So if you're trading GBTC, that looks like the range to trade it in. We have never looked at gold. I don't think we've ever looked at it. I'm going to look at it.
It's the only thing that I'm doing okay.
Gold is down 1.5% today, 181.82, 2.79, and it gapped down. It had kind of a lousy day today.
Oh, look at that.
But it's been fairly good. Gapped up to a new all-time high on 3/8 of 193 on GLD. Maybe we should actually chart actual gold, the commodity. Maybe that might be more interesting. Let's take a look at that. And we'll also review all the closing prices. The S&P was up 1.6%. That's a nice move. 70 points. The Dow 1.45%. The Nasdaq 2.15%. The Russell 2. Crude oil down 5% to 102.5. And gold was down 1.73% to 1952. Silver down a whopping 3.33%. And the euro strengthened against the dollar, while the 10-year continued to climb towards that $3 premium on the 10-year. Up another 5 basis points to 2.91. Incredible rise on the 2-year. It's really unbelievable. It was not more than 2 months ago that we said we noted the price was 1.7, right? 1.7%.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean it's an unheard of move. It's just a scary move. I mean, if the 10-year goes to like 3.25%, I think you're looking at serious competition for the stock market for investors to put their money. You know that's already.
I would agree.
Yeah, that's already going to hurt the stock market.
The only problem is it's still not going to be beat inflation though. And so anybody who's looking to beat inflation has to get creative in the stock market.
I guess, but it's still competition because it's secure and the market isn't.
Right. Well, not if you invest like us.
Yeah, right.
He says crying over his BCRX and his Sava and his Netflix.
There's a casualty du jour in the market. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
It seems like we own all of our casualties.
Indeed. Well, that's the nature of the game.
The U.S. dollar.
Don't bet more than you can.
I don't remember the U.S. dollar
Japanese
Japanese yen going up every single day like this. It's scary. I mean, what's going on? The Japanese are never going to raise their rates. Is that it? I mean, the whole world is raising their rates except for Japan. That's also scary number, 128.88. Very high for the dollar yen. Bitcoin up 1.39%. That's a nice move. 564 points to 41,267, coming off the recent lows. Okay, so we reviewed that, and let me go back and pick up the chart on gold. Take a quick peek at that. Should look at silver too, maybe. But gold is trading at 1951.6 an ounce. And I don't know if I don't know if it's going to have legs to continue on up. Seems to have stalled the rally.
Yeah, I guess I have a question with gold even longer term. Like, do you think that Bitcoin has just kind of screwed up the thesis that gold is a hedge? Because, I mean, I guess Bitcoin's a risk-on metric, but in the longer term, do you feel like the crypto space is going to replace gold as the hedge against
Printing money, against inflation?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, so gold, I mean, I guess I feel bad for people that have just held gold for like 20 years and now Bitcoin might just make it useless.
It seems like Bitcoin is the preferred hedge against inflation over gold. I think. At least that's what my sense. And we're making a succession of lower highs now. So we're giving back. Well, at least one lower high. We're giving back now a little bit on price of gold.
I don't think gold is going to go nowhere. I believe that once the war is over, the gold price is gonna tumble.
I agree. If I had to bet on gold, I'm always betting down, never betting up.
Correct.
I'm not a gold bug. I'm an anti-gold bug.
And as far as crypto, I think crypto is more popular with the younger people than like mid-level or older people.
It definitely is. ATHX continues to make new lows. But look at where it came up off of the 47-cent mark to finish with a decent looking candle, and after hours is actually up on the day. So that's interesting. I don't know if there's probably no news, probably meaningless, the after hours trade. But even if you throw out the after hours trade, it still had turned in an okay candle. And at this price, it's just insane. I can't control myself from buying it. I just don't want to buy too much just in case I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I think it'll be approved by the PMDA. That is the ischemic stroke drug. And I think I'm going to make a lot of money on this one. But like anything else, you never know.
Yeah. I mean, 50 cents. Yeah, why not? Just sprinkle it. I agree.
I'm doing a lot of sprinkling.
You got the hose on.
I got the hose on, yeah. I'm getting hosed.
Yeah, well, hopefully you can do the laughing, hopefully, on the next pop, if there is one.
May we get the data becomes the data becomes what's the word? The data becomes unblinded.
Yeah, are we near some sort of longer term support, like on the weekly? Like, I'm just curious.
No, this is like I don't remember it lower than this ever.
It's just a falling knife, basically.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
There's no support to speak of, none.
So our opinion is tread carefully, and that might be a good thing.
My opinion is at this price, it's an unbelievable steal, unbelievable,
Yeah.
A rare opportunity to lose your money.
That's strictly your own opinion, though, right?
It's strictly my own opinion, and my opinion is our opinions in general is strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what my thinking is. Do your own due diligence, of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but it's on sale here at 48 cents. It's unbelievable sale. It's like Macy's marked down 50% off and 50% off of that, and then take another 25% off off of that.
It's like cheaper than the 99-cent store, man.
It is. It
50
is.
cents.
Okay, so I am of the opinion that this has the potential to quadruple, no, what, go up tenfold in a short period of time. How's that? Tenfold.
Wow.
Now, of course, it could be word zero. There's that possibility. But I think it's more likely that it's going to be worth $5 than it is zero. Much more likely, in my opinion. All right. So in other words, I think it's a more than a fair roll of the dice. What else did I want to look at? The disaster du jour, Sava. Well, the good news is it came back from 18 and change. It has turned in a nice green candle. So it is life after death, so to speak, for Sava. It died today, but it came back to life.
It was much worse before hours. Like early in the morning was like 17 or something. It was like really bad.
Yeah, early in the morning, here it is. The low of the day was 1865. I was watching the early morning trade when the market opened, and I just was wondering where it's going to stop. You know, where is that equilibrium buying going to come in? Came in at 1865, and it lasted all day. So there was a lot of buying in Sava today. Don't kid yourself. Sava doesn't look totally dead. You can't stick a knife in it yet. It was very bad. I mean, when New York Times publishes a negative story, look out. I mean, that's murder. That's brutal. It doesn't. These bios seldom get a mention in the New York Times.
Yeah, this is looking uglier and uglier. Just the AD space has really just warped since we started tracking it. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it could come back to life again, but for now, it's dead.
Certainly.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I suspect we get a retest of this 1865 low on Sava. So if you want to load up, you load up right around this support area at 1865. And you might want to load up at 1865. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because it isn't dead. The fact remains that it's not dead. Everything is innuendo, and there's still no proof that they committed a heinous act of any kind.
You still have it, right, Dr. J?
I have 1/4 of my original total from a month ago. I've been selling it every day, a little bit every day. As I said, I made it clear that I've been unloading Sava, because I expected $20. That was my target. I got 1865, a little lower, but I didn't buy at 1865.
Right.
Next time it visits 1865, I will buy. So now I seem to know where to support. At least I know where support is. So that's how I look at it.
You want to look at GSL? It had a good day. The after hours thing, I just looked. It was a blip that was pretty meaningless. It's already back to the same price. But yeah, another good follow through. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, you have 1, 2, 3. You have that's nice, 5 nice candles. Even the red candle is okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm anticipating, I guess, the next resistance is that purple line, right?
Yeah, it's the 50-day. We talked about that yesterday.
Yeah. So maybe you're going to trim a little there potentially.
What should I trim? 20%?
Well, how long you Yeah, sure. 20. Let's call it.
I'm only in it a few days.
Yeah, call it. Take 1 out of 4 shares and sell it. How about that?
25%. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do covered calls when you sell because I want to hold this a little longer. But
I could do the same. I don't know.
yeah, you try maybe sell the May 30s. You might get 50, 60 cents, and then you can trim a little also.
Uh-huh.
I think $30 is coming. I think it might get a little choppy in your 27, maybe pull back, but yeah, I generally
I'm listening to you on this one, Arjun. You're my guide.
yeah. So how about let's trim / covered calls at 27.
All right.
And then we'll add strategically on a pullback there if it happens, maybe to the 9-day.
Okay. You call the shots on this one. I'll follow.
Sounds good. To anyone who added with us at 23, I hope this continues.
What else did I put down? I put down Bank of America, which I looked at the candles. I looked at the chart yesterday and liked it, so I bought it this morning and had a good day on it from the morning already. It had that engulfing candle yesterday after this humongous downturn that it had. So I figured maybe we're getting a reversal in here. So I bought. I'm now a proud owner of Bank of America. I have a target way up here at about $44 in Bank of America, maybe a little lower. I think we can get a 5-point move on Bank of America. I did sell something today, a blue chip. I sold this guy, Pfizer. The chart started to get ugly looking. I mean, there probably is good support at the 200, but as soon as it broke this pivot point here, I said, let me get out. So I got out as soon as it broke 50.37. No, not 50. What? Yes, 50.37. I got out. So I'm out of Pfizer totally. I went into Bank of America. What else did I want to look at today? Google. I keep listing it, but I never go over it. So let's go over it. Google just is at support and it just stays there. So it's good. It's good in that extent, but it's just not. It's good to that extent, but it's just not moving up nicely. It's not bouncing off the bottom. It's just swimming near the bottom. So the chart is, showing good support, and I think it'll break out eventually. And it's one of the safer tech plays in my mind. So I keep nibbling on Alphabet. And Amazon had a great day today, only to probably give it back tomorrow. Tremendous day, humongous candle, 3.5%, 106 points. Kamal was counting his money along with everyone else who owns Amazon. I was counting my money. I was happy. But, like anything else in this market, don't get too excited because it doesn't seem to last for long. And the Netflix news is going to kill the FANGs, all of them, even though it shouldn't. What in the world does Amazon have to do with? Well, it has a little to do with it. It does provide content, but really, it's far from anything like Netflix. And the same is true with the other FANGs.
Yeah.
Yet it's still going to have a dampening effect. Amazon's down 1% already after hours.
Yeah.
It may not be as bad as we think tomorrow. It may wind up being just a modest down day tomorrow. It doesn't have to be a disaster tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I think given how much we were up today, right, and given what you said about Netflix being a play, if they're not Apple, they're not Amazon. I tend to agree that. And then the thing I think that's even more important is Tesla announces earnings after hours to market, and there's been a lot of rumblings about a stock split that I think is going to happen this year. it could happen tomorrow. You never know. They could
Well,
split.
They split every 6 months. So is it time yet?
I mean, they're at $1,000. Why not do a 10-to-1 split? Go to 100. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Elon, wouldn't put anything past that guy.
Yeah. So I'm not playing Tesla tomorrow, but I would maybe say there's like a 50-50
I'll
chance.
tell you what I think is going to happen with Amazon. I think it holds at 50. It might come halfway down the green candle, and that's all. That's tomorrow. And if it does, it's just probably a buying opportunity, right in there at 3,100. It's almost there now, in the after hours. So 3,100 seems like a reasonable entry point to me for Amazon. Support it to 50. What else did I have down? Let me look. I had listed. Anybody have a request, by the way? Any requests today?
Do you want to take a quick look at BCRX?
Do I have to?
No.
I really would. It's depressing. It really is depressing at BCRX. I'm trying to find my stock twits. I have GBTC, GLD, BAC, Amazon, Google, Sava, and Athersys. Did them all. I'll take a request. We'll end with a request. You want BCRX? Kamal?
Sure.
All right, we'll end with BCRX, which is sitting at support. The recent low is now support at 1017. I think it hit 1018 today. Same day, no, 1017. So look at it this way: we potentially have a double low. This is good news. Potentially good news. Come on.
Potentially, yeah.
You have to look at it optimistically. 1017 holds, we know its supporters. If 1017 doesn't hold, it's yucky poo.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, ideally, though, you would have wanted to see today close closer to the high. I'm still waiting here to potentially re-enter. I've been out, and I don't like this yet.
I wouldn't mind a dip to 950 with a close at 1080.
Exactly, like a flush out, like one final,
Yep.
like scare everyone. Yeah, we've seen a lot of those in the past.
Yep.
Like, if you remember that R&D dog and pony show day that you always reference, that's exactly.
Yeah, I do remember it.
If you go back, and I mean, we might as well, if you don't mind looking at the weekly, I think you can see that exact candle, like something like that happened where I think we went all the way to 930. I think it's that red candle from April 2021. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, 930. So, that's a really key level. Those bottoms, 930, 950.
Yeah.
Wow, that would suck.
Well, this one at 923 could be retested. I agree.
We have a request from Magnificent DWAC.
Sure.
Is that the Trump thing?
That's the Trump truth be told, whatever it is.
It's a funny chart.
Yeah, let's look at the daily on this. And we'll end right here. This is another yucky poo. We have a lot of yucky poos. Way off the highs. But it looks like it's finding a little support now. Yeah, it's finding support at 43 bucks. And as long as it keeps that support at 43 bucks, we're okay. If it doesn't, you're probably looking at 36 bucks. So there you have it. As long as it goes up, stay in it. goes down below 43, you might consider getting back in at 36 and change, 37. That's how I see this one. Quick look. Okay, so we did our half hour. Good to see everybody. Jiggly's with us. Jiggly hates athesis. Yeah, he's still ranting about it. All right, so good to see Andrew, Mark, magnificent answer, Casey, and so on. And Professor Spike, we lost you? What happened?
Oh, he's back.
You got bumped?
Yeah.
Magnificent answer. Shalom to you as well.
Shalom.
Salva to the moon. I think Salva is taking us to the cleaners, not to the moon.
Yeah, you'd be going to the depths of the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll work out. It's still possible it will work out, but it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
All right, Bucket, thank you. Thanks,
Thank
everyone. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Manage